Time for the Local Business Spotlight on 570 News Radio.
And very pleased to be joined this morning by Faisal Susiwala, broker of record with RE/MAX Twin City, Faisal Susiwala Realty. Faisal, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Excellent, thank you.
Glad to hear it. Whenever we get a chance to have a chat with you, we like to check in on what the market is doing in the region right now. What can you tell us by way of an update, Faisal?
Well, we're seeing some very active market right now. We have lots of buyers that were sort of sitting on the sidelines, jumping in, just following the October 23rd rate cut and looking forward to the next expected rate cut of December 11th with expected half a point cut again. So, folks are thinking now that, look, we better jump in before we start seeing more of these multiple offers and the prices start creeping up, because the savings on purchase price far outweighs the little bit of higher interest that you would pay over the next, 1 or 2 years, even if you stay open variable. So certainly people are jumping into the market. We're seeing a lot of positivity in the market, that's for sure.
It's incredible what those falling interest rates can do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's herd mentality, right? Everyone starts jumping in, and that's what happens. And then we start that trend of seeing the prices going up.
Absolutely. One of the other things I wanted to talk to you about, Faisal, because so many people have called in and raised concern about this, and that is, of course, the recent changes to capital gains tax legislation and how this might impact the family cottage, those significant bills that heirs could be facing when they inherit these cherished family properties. What's your advice on family cottages right now?
Yeah, so as we know, effective June 25th of this year, the capital gains inclusion rate increased from 50% to 66.67% on property values exceeding $250,000 in net gains. So this means families may face these hefty tax liabilities when passing down their cottages, especially if the property value has soared over the years. For example, a cottage bought for $300,000 way back when would now be worth, say, close to $2 million. That would generate a taxable gain of over $1 million, and the tax liability on that would be $580,000, like almost double what they originally even paid for it. So many of the families are now turning to permanent joint last-to-die life insurance policies. So essentially what this means is that after both spouses pass away, the funds from that policy would cover the capital gains tax without forcing the heirs to sell the cottage. And, it just allows people to not be burdened. So that's a consideration. And I certainly recommend that people, reach out to their insurance provider and learn a little bit more about this this joint last-to-die policy that's available through your insurance provider. Anything we can do to protect, these cottages, these family heirlooms, it's so important to do that. And that's my recommendation to my clients.
Yeah, because these properties, I mean, it goes beyond just the property and the building that's sitting on it, right? They contain so many cherished memories for us that we have such a special connection to them.
Oh, absolutely. And, for most folks, their primary residence is their biggest asset, and then they would have scraped together whatever they could to buy or build a cottage somewhere up north. Now those have gone up in value, but those are their only two investments that they have. And to tax that, especially if it's not an Airbnb or rental cottage, to tax that at that rate, it just seems so unfair for folks that have worked their entire life to have these two assets under their names.
Great advice, as always, Faisal. Thank you very much for being with us on the show today.
My pleasure. Have a great week.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Faisal Susiwala is a broker of record and the #1 RE/MAX agent worldwide in 2023. He's with RE/MAX Twin City, Faisal Susiwala Realty. You can reach him by phone at 519-624-5555 or check out his website, homeshack.com.
The Local Business Spotlight, where your business comes first. 570 News Radio.